We will be back in some form.
We have an army of digital soldiers because this was an insurgency.
Hundreds dead, thousands infected across multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents?
All the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs, you are.
All right, all you Patriots out there kicking ass, taking names. Welcome to the party, folks. The PatriotPartyNews.com. I am your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot, coming to you live from the Wolf Den, folks. Man, we've been doing this here for almost 7 years. That same opener, more or less, that actually one of our subscribers made that had a background in graphic arts, didn't know what we were in for, and here we are. Okay, wow. You want to talk about being on the cliff of everything that we were told, especially I know people are like, well, man, I don't believe in Q. Well, your wood might be wet because Q is right again. With everything that's going on and what we're starting to see. I'm going to give the disclaimer, and I've started doing this. For those that are watching us right now, if you are open-minded at looking at things from a different lens, this is a show for you, okay? For everybody out there right now that's part of MAGA, whatever, okay? You might want to throw this into their news feed. This right here is what we really need to be talking about. Not all the Patriot fairy tales, not all of the opium things to that nature. Yes, some of it will come true. We're going to be talking about that as well today. We're also going to be talking about the RV. Uh-oh, what? Did you just say the RV? Yeah, I said the RV. Okay. Wouldn't plan on this, were you? So, a lot of things are starting to happen. Have you noticed? Are you seeing? And some of us are dealing with the weather manipulation going on right now. We're going to be talking about that too, how that ties into everything. Okay. I'm not asking you to get your hopes up for RV. We're going to discuss it. And we'll talk more about it. Let us know where you are watching us from, by the way, and share us out. Share us out, because if you believe in what we're saying here is the truth and you want more people to hear about it versus confusion, share it out. That's it, period. We're regular people just like you. We care about the world just like you. We're doing everything in our power to get the truth just like you. We're not putting on any airs. We are who we say we are. We don't have cabal money because we are not evil. We're the good guys. We're the guys and members here that want to get rid of this evil. We got started because of the children, not because of anything else, because we found out the hard way what they did to get adrenochrome, to eat babies, a whole shebang. What? You're crazy. No, we're not. You're fooled. Everybody has been fooled. We've been fooled. You've been fooled. And we've definitely all been lied to. Can I get an amen? It's true. You cannot deny this any longer. Everything that a conspiracy theorist that you claim was bullshit and not real has turned out to be a fact. I'll be here all day. Not really, but because this is where the cool cats go to get their daily intel, news, and bread. That's right. It's the PatriotPartyNews.com. Folks, we are more than just a website. We are a full functioning badassery Patriot broadcasting network. We broadcast around the world 24/7. What do we broadcast? The freaking truth. Because the truth will set you free. They're trying to stranglehold us right now. We're doing everything in our power to keep this boat going. I have the unfortunate bad news to explain to everybody that by the end of this month, we're going to have to let go of Toon Patriot because we cannot afford it any longer. That's how serious the stranglehold is. Just want you to know that. We haven't talked publicly about it, but that's what we're having to do. We're going to have to scale down because of what's going. Because I think it's more important to have a strategy and a plan versus having something that would be a great tool to have, it would be standalone, but we're not the cabal. We don't have millions of dollars. Hell, we don't even got $20 if I was to open up the bank account. We do it because we've been called to do it. We've been called to get the truth out. And sometimes the plan changes. Can't help it. That's the God honest truth. And just want everyone to be aware of that. We're just like you. We have financial pain. Some of us have physical pain. We're just like you. I don't know of how many other people on the internet would admit the things that I just said. But we have nothing to hide. And we tell the truth. And we're transparent with our audience. And we don't bullshit our audience. This is real life, Jack. You want the truth? Are you tired of being lied to? Freaking come over to Patriot Shoot. If you're scared, I'm sorry. If you're afraid your narrative might be broken, I have 0 F's for you. I could have said the word. I'm restrained. Listen. For those that are in, already know what's up. You're getting prepared as we speak. For those that don't have a clue what's about to happen, you might want to get on Patriot Shoot. Go to join.patriotshoot.com, join.patriotshoot.com, and I promise you it will be the absolute best decision of your freaking life right now. You see what's happening in the world? For those that were lucky enough on the front end to know exactly what's about to happen, I applaud you. No one truly knows exactly what's going to happen, but we're going in the right direction. And we've been right outside of the time frame. That's it. And I applaud all the members of Patriot Shoot, everybody a part of PPM leadership, because right now, you're about to see the transition of everything we've been talking about. Again, I would recommend for your health, for your wealth, for being able to just really have a news feed of non-bullshit leading you in the direction of what truly is about to happen. And some people need to get excited, because a lot of things are going to be tying into it. We're going to be talking a little bit about it today. What I love about our shows here at PPN, we are off the cuff. We are completely out live. This is not a pre-recording, and we roll with whatever goes down, just like anybody else would. We're going to deal with trolls. You're going to deal with negativity. You might as well get a tough skin on the front end so you can handle the back end. And then after that, having complete freedom. And then at the end of the day, we want freedom of information. We want children to be free. We want people to be out of pain and be free of pain. So med beds, hello? Who else forgot about med beds? I don't think anybody did, actually. I see it every single day. Call for the release of the med beds now. Everybody's free to make posts on social media unless something has changed. Ask for it. Make it start trending. And watch what happens. These are some of the things we talk about within Patriot Shoot. Go get you some of that. Also, folks, to tell you that we've kind of bumped it up a little bit. We have created our own off-grid network. Skycom, PTT.com. Use PPN as the engagement and discount code. What that will do, you will instantly get our groups that will be part of our network off-grid. It connects to satellites in space and also connects to cell phone towers. And it has a style of the old school Nextel, which is awesome. We've already dispensed this out to certain leadership within PPN. And then all we're looking for now, we're looking to start the first wave of off-gridders. And this is going to be something as the events draw near, the blackouts start happening, especially with communication. You need all the advantages you can have. Please take advantage. Don't be left behind with this. Skycom, PTT.com. Again, use PPN for the setup and discounts, etc. Cool. All right. So I'm still running behind. Let me go ahead and bring Dallas in. Sorry about that, Dallas. I went on a. Sorry about that. I just had to get that out, man. Sometimes it's good to get things out, and that was one of them. It seems like we're having to do that every single day now.
I mean, I learned a long time ago. If I get it out of my head, I tend to be a little bit healthier. So, sometimes you got to vent. You got to share your thoughts. You got to, and you said something in your monologue, your intro, whatever you want to call it. But one, this is live. We don't edit this. I mean, Chaz will go back and pull clips, but we don't. This is 100% all it's all natural. It's not like the super high produced, podcasts, that you see out there. Logan Paul and Pat McAfee. I mean, those are. I mean, I like both of those guys, but I mean, those are $1 million podcasts, right? I mean, they have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment and producers and editors and graphic artists. And like, it's Chaz and then his cohort, me, right? I don't do anything on the technical side. Everything technical, that's all Chaz. It's just the two of us getting on here and sharing our hearts, sharing our knowledge, our discernment, our interest.
And we can say the same thing about On Tap and everybody. That's why we
PPN as a whole, right? I mean,
right.
Yeah. But I just, it's a different thing, and you get what you see, and you see what you get with us, and are we perfect? Absolutely not. But God never asked us to be perfect. He just asked us to be genuine and to seek Him, right? So. Man, there's, you brought up something about Barron Trump buying a bunch of oil and making, $80 million. And then
tell me what you sent me, because I don't want to take any thunder away from you. But man, I ain't gonna lie, I about threw my phone across the room. Can I be just 100% honest with you? But I couldn't, because unfortunately, just about all of us live from our phone. And if I do that, I hurt PPN in the process, and I can't do that. Yep. But what I did do, I grabbed something else, and that worked halfway. But boy.
And again, this isn't an anti-Trump thing. This isn't bashing the Trump family. It's just pointing out inconsistencies, right? So Barron Trump bought a bunch of oil, and then the price skyrocketed. He made $80 million. Trump made an executive order stating that the U.S. was no longer going to use or utilize Chinese drones, because as odd as that sounds, most of our military drones have come from China, or at least a mass produced part, right? So Trump makes an order saying that we are no longer using Chinese drones. Do you know what happened to take place days before that order was put out? The Trump sons.
Now, was it Eric? Was you talking about Eric and you talking about Junior
I believe.
and Barron? All three of them?
I don't know. I didn't see Barron's name. It just said the Trump sons, but I'm
Okay.
assuming the two olders.
Right.
But Barron is also the super tech guy, right? I mean, he's the crypto guy and all that. Of Junior and Don. So they buy a drone company, and now that company gets a $270 million annual contract to provide all of the drones for the United States military.
Hey, and I want to pause real quick. So, just so everyone knows, this is a fact. This is on the internet. You can go look at the sources and connect the dots there. Okay. So, before anybody says, you need to do some research, we already have. Okay. So, just like with what Barron did with the oil, same situation. You can go look it up. It's public knowledge, whatever. Okay. I'm sorry. I just wanted to stop and say that because I know a lot of people just like you said, the initiative here is not to bash Trump. Okay. No. It's to bring up what is happening because like I told you before, we could say the same thing, but we've been saying about Marjorie Taylor Greene because Trump's been talking bad about her. Well, hello, you're doing the same thing, or the sons are doing the same thing. Again, didn't mean to interrupt, but I want people to kind of stop and pause and use your God-given discernment from what we're telling you and what you can do to see it for yourself. Okay, I'm sorry, Dallas, go ahead.
Well, no, and that's why I started with this isn't an anti-Trump thing. This is just pointing out inconsistencies, right? Somebody said, I saw that on a left-wing social media idiot post. Well, yes, that's where I saw it first too. And then you go look it up and it's freaking true, right? Somebody said last week, Dallas makes these claims and he doesn't bring any proof. Well, here's the proof is in the pudding. I'm like, I don't say things that I can't verify and that I can't look up. I mean, sometimes I'll share my opinion. If I share my opinion, I don't have to back it up. That's my opinion, right?
Well, that's why I did a hard stop too, because you're exactly right with what you said. A lot of people are so blinded. Regardless, no one can do anything wrong. They can take you straight to the grave, and you trust until the end. This is how this stuff happens.
But it's out there. It's public knowledge. You can look up the company they bought, the company they purchased, the company that got the newest contract with the U.S. government, and it's out there. So if you don't want to believe it, that's up to you.
Someone's asked in the chat. This is Mo Capri, and they're pretty active here in the chat. Dallas, is that against the law or smart? Now, before Dallas answers, I want you to understand something. That applies to everyone, does it not? What the statement, more than just the president or whatever, right? We already know that. So Go ahead, Dallas. I just wanted to make that perfectly understood.
Well, is it against the law? I mean, that's a great question. Mm-hmm. According to my brother-in-law, who has been in investments and in the high levels of investment firms, Fidelity, other companies, like insider trading is almost unprovable. It's not unprovable. It's easy to prove. It's almost unconvictable, right? There's virtually no one that's ever been convicted for insider trading. Martha Stewart, she didn't get convicted for insider trading. She got convicted for something else, like a minor offense of that, right? And that's why she only went to jail for 2 months or 2 years. She served 8 months or something like that. She didn't get convicted for insider trading. She got convicted for something else, right? So insider trading, pretty easy to prove, very hard to convict, right? So is it illegal? Well, yes, it's illegal to make strategic financial investments, especially public companies, which the company was, right? They was public, with insider knowledge, right? Like that is the definition of insider trading. So is it illegal? Yes. What did everybody burn Joe Biden and the Biden family, the Biden crime family? What did they burn them to the ground for? Pay for play. They used Joe Biden's position as vice president and then eventually president to broker deals all over the world for hundreds of millions of dollars, and then they disseminated that money throughout the family, right? In essence, that's what's taking place right now, right? Now, do I think the Trump family and the Biden family are the same? No, but it's the same concept, and that's what we're talking about.
It's more or less being able to have an advantage over anybody else here in the United States. I mean, who else knew to invest right before? And so people like Warren just said, I think the big question here is whether he did that with knowledge that everyone else didn't have, or it's just seeing what everyone else is seeing and knowing that drones are going to be a good business, and he had the money to purchase the company. Or is it illegal, or is it smart? That's the big question. And it goes back to what you said originally. If he cut off the contract with China, and then the brothers purchase a drone company, and then they land the contract with the government.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
so let's put it into a different context, right? Because to me, and Warren is 100% correct, but to me that's semantics, right? Because if you put it in a different context, Nancy Pelosi and her husband find out that the high-speed railway system that was supposed to go in Texas, it gets swooped up and moved to California. So what do? They take a loan from the government, and they buy all the land that they're going to put this train on, right? So they buy the land, then they sell it to their buddy who also gets a loan from the government to buy the land from them at above market price. And then they take another loan from the government and buy the land back from their buddy at triple the market price. And they just laundered money. Well, why did they do that? Well, they did it because they knew what was coming. Right? I mean, so if we look at Nancy Pelosi and we immediately go insider trading, guilty as hell. But for some reason, you flip the script and you say, all right, these two gentlemen made an investment in a company knowing what was about to take place, and it's just good business, right? So, and when I say semantics, it what side of the aisle are they on? That's how people are viewing this. And that's where I am breaking down those walls in my brain. And I'm saying, whoa. it's, and that's why I'm saying it's optics, right? It's this is what happened, but this is what we're supposed to believe, right? Like it's
kind of like what they're saying in the chat here. Palmer 4044 saying, don't tell BlackRock they can't buy homes. Don't tell and have a monopoly, and don't tell China they can buy all the farmland, and I'm just sitting here kind of like, ooh, well, that's, what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, again, Trump made it illegal for BlackRock to buy single family homes. The problem is they already own 80% of the single family homes in the United States. It's like,
right.
Okay, cool. We don't need it anymore. Right. But again, I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm just trying to point out the inconsistencies that we're seeing unfold right before our eyes, and the seeming switch that is taking place with the Trump and the
inconsistencies.
Like that.
I'm glad you brought that up. Hey, you've seen the new version of the six-finger BB, right? Six finger. Look to the left. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Check it out.
That's crazy. That's
this is the video that they have posted. There's a new one, by the way. I'm about to show. I showed this one on the morning show, but this is all it does, and it just points and it's paused, where you can see where it's AI. Hold my beer for this next one. Oh my goodness. I bet he can grip a basketball with this joker. Hang on. Check this out. Oh my goodness. This guy is all over the place too. Check this out.
Wow.
Netanyahu has not been seen in public since the war started. And yesterday, the Israelis released a video of him talking, and people were quick to point out, this is AI. In the video, people were able to point out the disappearing sixth finger that was popping up on both hands. This was his third video message since the war started. All of them have been in this strange room underground. And if you look at this right here, this is clearly a sixth finger that is AI generated. Even Grok says that it's clearly AI, a classic AI artifact. And then this was just really bad for him. The day that the war started, his plane, the Wing of Zion, departed and landed in Berlin, Germany. They said it was a routine test, but the plane never came back. Now, his Twitter account, weirdly, has been one of the only things posting images of him, and people are going, is this AI? Also, they're just random images in the desert where he's meeting the Israeli pilots. They blur the faces. The only images and videos we're getting of Benjamin Netanyahu since the war started has been from the Israeli government or his personal Twitter account.
And I'll tell you, Chaz, you know, you're the one that's quick to point that stuff out. That's not Netanyahu. The guy that was on the interview with was it Hannity, or who did you do the interview with a week or so ago?
I'm not mistaken. It was Hannity.
That wasn't Netanyahu. That was
the ears. Man, the ears, man. I'm telling you, it looked like those plants, those elephant plants. You know, the green is big.
Well, and his face was super skinny, like in some of those pictures. His neck was super tiny. You know, like it wasn't him. I mean, Netanyahu is kind of a thick-headed guy, right? I mean, but
somebody's saying from lizards to Nephilims in the chats here.
Yeah, Nephilim. Yeah. Well, I mean, Nephilim were notorious for having 6 fingers and 6 toes.
Oof. So they're saying auto pens are gay and Joe was shot. The White House directs us all to this site, but nothing is happening.
Because the DOJ dropped the whole investigation. There's going to be zero accountability for the auto pen.
Yeah. Talking about the pardons here. This is coming from Joe Rambo on X. And then you got Lauren Boebert here. The same GOP senators who voted to keep giving welfare to non-citizens are now opposing the passage of the Save America Act via standing filibuster. Of course, there you go. There's more of the same that we've been encountering. You know what I mean? Here, I'll try to. Can I get it any better? Maybe.
And those are a lot of the same congressmen and women that voted to keep their slush fund sexual crimes, bucket of money private.
Yeah.
All the same people, man. Both sides of the aisle too, though. That's it's not a Republican Democrat thing anymore. It is literally good versus evil and scumbags versus non-scumbags.
Believe it, some of it that most people might view as bad news, we're going to end up having some good news, but everybody needs to know what's going on. And we're going to talk about we're going to say the good news towards the end. And so stick around. There's going to be some good, we're going to talk through this. But I will say this, regardless of whatever your belief level is, we need to keep these fallen soldiers in our prayers more than anything else right now.
Yeah.
I've heard different stories and things like that. I know they're saying that 2 military planes had collided to some degree. One was actually able to land, and the other one crashed, resulting in 6 crew members being killed. So please keep them in your prayers. We never like seeing that. Yeah, that's total bad news. But the only thing we can say is the faster we can get this to be done, the less loss of life that we're going to incur, period. And I think that falls on us. I think that falls on our mindset. I think it falls on us in the way we post out in the world, how we talk, because we're all being read, Dallas. We're all being freaking read. They're all knowing what we're posting, and they judge based upon what we're posting how the news feed and how Mockingbird media will react to us. Plain and simple. And now it's an algorithm that does it. It's crazy, isn't it? Crazy. Silver crashes under $80, falling 5% today. Hold, don't sell. Again, this is part of it. The market and everything. We're killing it. We're killing the cabal system here. Hey, I haven't looked, but how are you guys looking in Texas with your power and stuff? Y'all looking all right? Let me pull that up because a lot of folks are. There we go.
I mean, we haven't really had. I mean, we had some rain, but we didn't really have terrible storms. Just a lot of wind. But
yeah, Michigan's number one with the total most outages, 78,000. Indiana's fallen number 2. Ohio's number 3, and Wisconsin's number 4, and then Illinois number 5. Number 6 is Washington State. Colorado and Pennsylvania. So those are the areas right now, and a lot of that's coming from the man-made weather. The tornadoes. Prayers for those in Indiana, man. I saw pictures of a solar field where the tornado had gone through, and it looked like a valley just going through all these solar panels where you could see where the destruction went through. It was kind of crazy, and we knew this day was coming. Dallas. Breaking news, Pentagon is deploying up to 2,500 Marines to the Middle East. At first I saw this. I said, well, I don't know if this is true. And now everybody is coming out and saying it. Now I'm seeing reports up to about 5,000 troops being deployed. But 2,500 is confirmed from all the news outlets and everything, obviously. What's your thoughts on this, D?
I think it's a horrible move, but I guess time will tell. But I hope it ends quickly, man.
100%. Now, but we've got to look at the reality too. And I know that everyone needs to understand these 2,500 soldiers have families. And if 100%. They're being deployed, this is the first wave. Obviously, you always hear it from Marines. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's Semper Fi, and they take care of business. That's the way it was in, unfortunately, Vietnam. Whoever seen Full Metal Jacket? That's about as close as if you want to go watch a movie. Unfortunately, that's pretty close to it. Okay, and I'm sure there's some other ones as well. Now, a lot of folks are screaming fake news. But I'm sitting here looking at this, and it's probably easily 200, if not 300 accounts are posting this, and they're pretty legitimate accounts on that. So just to let you know, you can go look it up as well. Yeah, Platoon's another movie as well. I've never seen fully Platoon. I watched Born on the 4th of July for the first time, probably a couple of months back. And I wanted to sit down and just watch it, So anyway, pray for them, because at this point, regardless if someone thinks it's just part of being staged or whatever, still pray for them, because now we're going to see what happens with this first wave. We've been lied to, Dallas. We got to be honest with each other about what the news is reporting. Even the ones in the White House that supposedly were selected by the Trump administration have obviously they've been caught lying plainly, including talking about that children's school, lying completely. And when he's pressed, you see how they're reacting to even Fox reporters. Ducey, there's some backlash a little bit underlying.
Yeah. But
Trump was more or less saying, hey, Ducey, don't ask me that question ever again. You won't get this response. It's pretty much, he kind of like slapped him on the hand. I don't know if anybody saw that exchange.
Yeah.
So in the Rumble chat, Kim 67-1 says, my son's work was hit and I apologize if I messed this up. Is it Connecticut, Illinois? It was confirmed. I'm sorry. I know I probably butchered it. They're saying she said, still no power. They have no power there still. So pray for them. Holy mackerel.
Well, and Chaz, you've been talking about the weather manipulation. So do you remember the name Larry Silverstein?
Hell yeah. I remember the luckiest person on the face of the freaking planet and revolving. Yeah, exactly. Now, let me ask you a question. Is this involving California? Please tell me you're about to go ahead. Please.
So
I beg you to talk about this. Please.
So those that don't know, Larry Silverstein was the guy who bought leased the Twin Towers in July of 2001 before they were destroyed in September of 2001. 30 days before they were hit with the planes, he took out the first of its kind, which was a terrorism insurance policy on all three buildings, including Tower 7. And he got paid twice because he got hit by two different planes, supposedly. And he got paid on Building 7, which never got hit by anything. It had an office fire that was too much, so they just decided to knock it down, to take it down, which they used, they demolished that building via his words, right? Like, oh, we just took it down. Except it fell the exact same way that the other two towers fell. Anyway, so that's this guy. The first day in months, he doesn't have breakfast at the top, in his office at the top of the Twin Towers. It's the day that he gets hit, right? He just bought the U.S. Bank building, which is one of, if not the tallest building in Los Angeles, California.
Yeah,
and what have we been hearing for a week now? That Iran is going to strike the West Coast, right? So the same dude that bought the Twin Towers took out a never before heard of terrorist policy, banks billions of dollars, just purchased one of, if not the largest, tallest buildings in Los Angeles. And we're hearing about strikes. What I'm telling you, Chaz, that blue beam or rod of God or whatever they blew up in Iran the other day when it had that big blue cloud.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to have massive earthquakes, and that tower is going to get knocked down. I also found out that those drones that we've been talking about, that's been linked directly to Mossad agents. So Israel got onto one of our military bases and stole U.S. military-grade drones. We also have the nuclear material that went missing off the train a year and a half ago. Like that, they are going to do 9/11 times 1,000 in California. They're going to sacrifice thousands, if not tens of thousands, of U.S. citizens to get us full-blown in a war in the Middle East with Iran. And I'm telling you right now, it is Israel and Mossad and inside bad actors in the United States government. They're going to sacrifice our own citizens. They're already sacrificing our men and women in the Middle East for gold and in-ground rare earth minerals, because that's why we're there. It's not for oil. We don't get any oil from Iran, but we want to control it.
Yeah, because it's a weapon is primarily what it is to any people that we deem a threat to our way of life. Supposedly is what we've always been fed to the grave. But hey, what I got on the screen here is tying in to what you've been talking about. So this hit me at a personal level. Okay, so my family's business, we obviously have to have insurance, commercial insurance, and all that stuff. Well, I get a call from my insurance agent saying, "Hey, it's going to let you know. I doubt there's going to be a bomb that blows up where you're at, and he sent it to where it's not checked down here on this. But I thought this was wild to the size. This is, I'm telling you, I guarantee you I'm not the only one getting these amendments on your policies. look at your look. If you have a home policy, you might want to start looking at that. I haven't. Actually, that's my next move to see has there been any amendments put in, because sometimes insurance companies will put amendments. And Dallas, correct me if I'm wrong. They can put amendments into the policies regardless of your approval based upon whatever you agreed to on the front end. Is that a correct statement?
It definitely, if it means that they don't have to pay. So
Right,
they can absolutely add things that say, well, in case of this, like life insurance policies, there's a bunch of carriers that have now canceled the active war amendment that's on most life insurance policies. So
Yep.
our men and women that are getting killed overseas, they're not going to, their life insurance policies are no longer going to pay out when they used to. That's probably why they got that particular one, is
Yep.
because it would cover them if they died in if they're active military and they got called into active service, their life insurance would still cover. I sold a lot of those policies, and that's one of the reasons, or that's one of the sales pitches that I use for active military or reserves military was, hey, this policy is going to cover you in or out. Because at the time I sold it, it did. But there are companies that are changing that right now. So yeah, absolutely. What would be shocking to me, Chaz, is if the fine print of this doesn't give them an automatic out, right? Like they're probably going to charge you an arm and a leg. And then when it really comes down to it, if your property got damaged because of an active terrorism, which could be a grid attack, right? If you lose power, you lose the ability to lock and protect your home and it gets vandalized. Like, are they still going to cover it?
Yeah, up to a certain point. I mean, they're saying the United States government under a formula by federal law. What's this formula? However, your policy may contain other exclusions which might affect your coverage, such as an exclusion for nuclear events. This is what it says in here. Okay, I'm telling you guys, success leaves clues is what I've always been told my whole entire life. And I don't mean this to be a success, but a success in leading in the direction of the truth. Because I'm sorry, if they're putting this out there, come on, brother. They are putting this out there to everybody in the print. Isn't this part of symbolism too? Hey, it's going to let you know we're going to do freaking everything.
Well,
You didn't adhere to it. Oh, by the way, we're still going to be feeding you crap. We're still going to be putting stuff in your air. And guess what? You're going to complain about it, and we're still going to do it, and you're still going to die or be a slave to big pharma.
Bill Gates just today or yesterday got another approval to put more crap into our food. But Bill Gates has been dead. He was assassinated 27 years ago.
You got to know, man, it's the organization that's doing it. That's the arm, even though the body's dead.
Either way, he got credit for getting approval to put more mRNA in, like, directly into our food source.
Isn't it messed up?
I mean, it's not bad enough he's spraying that crap on everything.
Well, you won't get it in Hunter's Blend coffee. Just saying. Here you go.
Amen, brother. I mean, it's again, they don't add up. It doesn't make sense, Chaz. We're living in upside down clown world. I meant to send it to you the other day, but like President Trump went to Kentucky and had a rally to bash Massey. Right. I mean, that was the whole point of him going to it. And this is the reality. Massey is considered a rhino, even though he has an A rating when it comes to his Liberty scores, an A rating. He has a 96% conservative voting record. On the other hand, Lindsey Graham has a 43%. He gets a Liberty score of an F. But Lindsey Graham is MAGA, and Thomas Massey is a rhino, according to Trump. That doesn't make any flipping sense, Chaz. It's the most bizarre, upside down clown world of all time. And AIPAC is spending 3-1 the money in Massey's County to unseat him in the midterms. And it's all Israeli money. It's all Israel. I mean, it's crazy, dude. And it's being spearheaded by Trump. make that make sense, Chaz. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. And I put this up there about free Tina Peters as opposed to we did a while back. That's another thing. Shouldn't we be worried about people's lives that have been locked up? And instead of maybe going to war, maybe we need to take care of our own house first. I'm looking at decisions, not people. I'm looking at decisions, not people. So, and it's making me wonder, is it, again, it's all, as Matt Murphy would say, is it all fake and gay? You know what I'm saying? Because we tried to, and we know Tina personally, from being around her. I've been around her personally. I know she's a real human being, but in terms of what is happening behind the scenes, it's really making us scratch our head and say, we were told that, I guess by her attorney or whatever they were talking about before, then there's been a hiccup, and it's not fair to her if it's real. But right now it's creating me to think, man, wait a second, it was even real to begin with. And that's part of the separation here. Except I feel like I'm holding both sides and I got both my legs and I'm just hanging out right here. So do I let go of this one or I slip off? You know what I'm saying?
It's like in the strongman competitions, they have a deal called the Samson test, right? And you have these two big pillars, and I don't know how much they weigh, but they weigh a lot. You have ropes, right? And you have to stand there and you have to hold these pillars, and
like John Claude Dam in Bloodsport. Just asking, was that him doing that? Was that what like?
Yeah, that was more of a stretching thing, but it's the same concept. You're being pulled two different directions,
right?
And you can't let go, right? If you let go to one, you get thrown. You lose, and you get thrown the wrong direction, right? Or you get thrown the opposite direction. So you're forced to just stand there and hold both of them, even though it's excruciatingly painful, and you don't know which one is heavier. You don't know which one is pulling. You don't know which one's right. And that's what really sucks about the world we find ourselves in, and the environment that we find ourselves in is like, I want to believe in Tina Peters. I want to believe that she is, that like it would hurt my heart if after the fact I found out that it was all fake, right? Like she was never in prison, she was never getting beat, because I have wept for her. I've cried as I pray, and I think about, what if that was my mom, or what if that was my wife, or what if, heaven forbid, what if that was my daughters that were in prison because they literally did their job? If that turned out to be fake, that would crush me, Chaz. Like it crushed me as a person. As would I be mad at her? Probably not, because I can almost guarantee you, if it is fake, it wasn't her idea. But
right.
But I would never look at her the same, right? And and I get it. People are like, "Oh, you're just bashing Trump." I'm not trying to bash Trump. I'm just, over the last 4 to 5 months, there are just glaring inconsistencies that I can't get past. I can't unsee, and I can't unhear, and I can't unread all of the things that I have, and they don't make sense. And you can tell me all day long, well, it's just 5D chess, and it's part of the plan, and it's part of exposure. But we've also been being told that for 10 flipping years, right? I mean, it's a long time, and I realize there's a whole lot of dirt and text, but at some point, you can't keep making the same claim and brushing it under the carpet, right? I mean, it's just.
And I think that finally, Dallas, I think we're finally starting to see the light that it's not, and people are now I think maybe that's part of the wake-up process, because I'm seeing more and more people. For instance, Dr. J last night. If you watched the roundtable, go watch. It was a hell of a show, by the way. Dr. J really went into detail, in regard, especially, how he felt and what was going on with the children's school that got hit. Okay. And then obviously that was right when we found out, the planes had crashed, or one of the planes had crashed with the servicemen and women on there, the 6 that lost their lives. God rest their soul. And he was why, how is this? And he's saying the same thing we're saying. It's just a different person saying it. That's it. Same stuff. The decisions. Okay. I'll say the same thing. Is too many inconsistencies, just like you said. At some point, you're going to have to look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, we've said this over and over again that Trump's administration has been more or less tainted, more or less poisoned, more or less infiltrated, whatever name you want to call it. Okay. Where he's reading off, getting information and reporting from whoever he's put in charge, this and that and whatever. Okay. But then he's a smart man, brilliant man, no question about it. Okay. We're seeing to where he's doing Israel's bidding more than ever. And we're seeing how his family is now, his daughter's living in Israel. Jared Kushner, hello, son-in-law, who he actually took.
Those two have been tied directly to 3 Israeli child traffickers. They bought their Miami home from these guys.
Yes.
There's
by the way, you can go look that up on the internet as well. That's a fact. That's not us talking out the side of our neck. And some of you have seen that already and have questioned it. No one is safe right now with information. Who you think is real and telling you the truth. Some of us, you're going to have to pull back. You're going to have to, because at the end of this, you're going to go crazy if you don't, because you can't justify, I'm following this person because it's part of the plan and they're killing millions. I'm sorry, Jack, it don't work that way. I'm not that naive. Neither are you, Dallas, and so many others are sitting here. It's like it's slapping us in the face. It's kind of like it was glaring, what you were referring to, okay? Mm-hmm. Likewise for everybody. And do you think we want to really have to do this? We have to do this is because God has put us in these positions to tell the truth. Somebody said, okay, Chaz, where's the good news? Good news is you know what's going on. Here's some more good news. We continue to work together to get the truth out to the world. Good things are going to happen. It's already going through the process. If you can survive through this, it's going to suck. As Warren would say, it is going to suck. It's already sucking now. But we got to get through it. And if we can hang on to get through this, I swear to you, we're all going to at least experience 1 year of 1,000 years of peace. And I truly believe in my heart, based on everything we've been told, Dallas, we work together to get through this together. There's going to be an RV. There's going to be some sort of an RV taking place. Mm-hmm. But we've got to get rid of the evil, man. It ain't going to happen overnight. I'm not trying to, and again, I'm not trying to say, hey, it's going to happen tomorrow. Bullshit. It's not.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go.
We're not getting notifications tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. It's going to be really, really bad. There it is in the chat. Warren said it, right? We're all in agreement. We don't want it, but we got to know how to handle it. You got to handle it through your emotions and something. Just don't react. Take 5 seconds to think and before posting things or lashing out. There's nobody trying to hurt anybody, but we all are getting frustrated to some degree, and we got to understand how to control that and channel it in a way that's going to be beneficial for everybody, not just a few. Anyway, there you go. Sorry about that.
No, I know. We're on this. I mean, we're on the same page. We may not see everything eye to eye, but we're on the same page. I just want accountability and truth. I realize those are incredibly difficult things in our government, and I'm not bashing Trump. Our government in general, our government has been lying to us probably the entire time, right? But I want honesty, I want transparency, and I want accountability and justice. Yeah. That's all that I want. That's in the big scheme of things. That's all that I've ever sought. And I just, at some point, people need to be held accountable. And thus far, nobody worth a hill of beans especially in this country, has even come close to being held accountable
Right.
publicly. Right now, again, all these dirtbags might have been killed in Gitmo a year, 5 years ago, but
Right.
in my world, that doesn't count until it is made public. That it doesn't count. Bill Gates, dude's
Yeah.
still putting poison in our food every day. Just got approved to put more poison in our food today or yesterday. I don't know when it happened. I think it was yesterday. I don't give a crap if he got killed 5 years ago. Somebody using his name is putting poison in our food, and it's being approved by this administration, this FDA, this, MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. Like, the people got some splaining to do, and I just want truth, transparency, and accountability. I know
Amen.
It's a huge task, and I know it's a huge order, but
Amen.
somewhere, somehow, it's got to come, because we can't continue down this path of deception and pedophilia and cannibalism and torture and rape and trafficking. Like, we cannot go down this path any longer. We have to change directions, and we have to continue to yell at the top of our lungs so that Trump and the administration and the world do know we're serious. So
Amen,
keep on
brother.
keeping on.
Well, as we always say, put up or shut up, right? All
Absolutely.
right, brother. I'll talk to you. See you, man. Bye.
Bye.
Another one in the box, folks. Appreciate everybody tuning in as you always do. Man, I tell you what, lots of things are happening going into the weekend. Be looking for that. If you have not taken advantage right now to find a home at Patriot Shoot, our mods and admins will be putting that out where you can get a 30-day trial. Try it out. See what we've been talking about for the last 6 to 7 years. There's never a dull moment. I promise you that. And it's 24/7. And you usually end up getting information 2 to 3 days prior to it actually happening, is what we've always seen. So God bless Republic of the United States of America. And God bless you, Patriots. Without you folks, there is no America or world for that matter. Take care, and we'll talk to you. Hi there, I'm Chaz Carter. Welcome to Patriot Shoot. If you're looking for a censorship-free platform where you can freely express your thoughts and connect with like-minded individuals, then you're in the right place. At Patriot Shoot, we offer more than just a membership. For just $8.99 per month, we provide you with daily intel, weekly giveaways, and access to our exclusive voice chat platform called Patriot Talk, where we have somewhere between 200 to 400 active members just on that alone, discussing a wide range of topics every single day. You'll gain access to our state groups where you can connect with members in your state at a grassroots level. Our community is all about open dialogue and sharing valuable information without the fear of being silenced. Whether it's discussing current events, giving advice, or personal matters, or simply connecting with others on Patriot Shoot, it is the place to be. So what are you waiting for? Join us today. Experience the freedom of speech and just fill out the form below and get started. We cannot wait to have you here with us, and welcome aboard.